Test 1 2, test 1 2. It is another beautiful day in America's heartland, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Droplight Grand Park Sports Complex, the largest youth sports complex in the world, as we get a very special edition of college athletics here on Howard CC Dragons YouTube, as it is day 2 of the 2026 NJCAA Division II JUCO Kickoff Classic. And today, we've got a top 25 showdown for you as the number 19 ranked Northeast Community College Hawks face off against the number 15th ranked South Suburban College Bulldogs. Hello, everyone. For those of you tuning in for the first time, of which there are many, this is Isaac Donsky, the big man on the mic, voice of the Howard Community College Dragons. And today we'll be doing a little commentary for two teams that have nothing to do with the school that I work for, as we've got ourselves a pretty fun one here. We're at Droplight Grand Park Sports Complex, located in Westfield, Indiana, the largest youth sports complex in the world, home of the Indiana Pacers training facility, the Indianapolis Colts off preseason training grounds, and also more soccer and softball and baseball fields than any other youth sports complex in the country. And it is also the host of the 2026 NJCAA Division II JUCO Kickoff Classic. Some of the best schools from around the country face off against each other in an invitational. No outright winner. This isn't a tournament, but it is a fun one regardless. If you caught the action yesterday, there's been plenty of action so far. We had a top 5 showdown in men's soccer between Northeast and CCBC Essex. And today, we've got a top 25 showdown here between the Northeast Hawks and the South Suburban Bulldogs. Both of these schools come into this game nationally ranked. Both teams expected to do very well this season. This will be the first game of the year for the Bulldogs. Northeast played yesterday. They won their game. So they're looking to go 2-0 on the season. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for today's contest, and we begin with the designated visitors for today's game, the South Suburban College Bulldogs out of Chicago, Illinois. Here's their starting lineup. In goal, a freshman from Summit, Illinois, number 0, Damari Alcala-Gil. And in the midfield, a freshman from Kankakee, Illinois, number 3, Jocelyn Sanchez. On defense, a freshman from Park Forest, Illinois, number 4, Itzel Romo. On defense, a freshman from Chicago, Illinois, number 6, Frida Rodriguez. At forward, a sophomore from Harvey, Illinois, number 7, Fatima Fonseca. In the midfield, a sophomore from Blue Island, Illinois, number 9, Galilei Esparza. And again, folks, my apologies if I'm butchering any of these names. I will do my best. At forward, a sophomore from Chicago, Illinois, number 10, Emily Munoz. On defense, a sophomore from Chicago, Illinois, number 13, Sherilyn Gonzalez. On defense, a sophomore from Chicago, Illinois, number 14, Guadalupe Ruiz. In the midfield, a freshman from Blue Island, Illinois, number 19, Tanya Frosto. Oh, hey, buddy. Little golden doodle came up to me in the middle of that. And in the midfield, a freshman from East Chicago, Indiana, number 20, Miriam Avalos. The Bulldogs are led by head coach Aaron Zambrano and are led by assistant coaches Luis Gallardo and Salvador Gonzalez. Now, let's meet the starting lineup for the designated home team for today's match, the number 19th ranked Northeast Community College Hawks from Neosho, Nebraska. Starting in goal, a freshman from Winnipeg, Manitoba, number 1, Sabrina Ramsey. At forward, a sophomore from Colorado Springs, Colorado, number 4, Demetra McClure. In the midfield, a freshman from Deal, England, number 5, Freya Farmery. In the midfield, a freshman from Den Haag in the Netherlands, number 7, Cornelia Jedra. On defense, a sophomore from Barranquilla, Colombia, number 8, Maria Gomez Herrera. In the midfield, a sophomore from Cibolo, Texas, number 10, Alana Gordon. At forward, a freshman from Norfolk, Nebraska. At midfield, a freshman from North Platte, Nebraska, number 14, Molly Jorgensen. In the midfield, a sophomore from Norfolk, Nebraska, number 17, Lali Montevallo. At forward, a freshman from Columbus, Nebraska, number 18, Aviana Arroyo. On defense, a sophomore from Hugo, Minnesota, number 23, Madeline Curry. And on defense, a freshman from Lander, Wyoming, number 25, Addison Rounds. The Hawks are led by head coach Chad Miller and assistant coach Elena Lawrence. So we got a top 25 showdown coming up for you folks. Be sure to tune in. We'll be getting the kickoff in just under 15 minutes, and we'll jump back in with some late-breaking stories. You are watching the 2026 NJCAA Division II Kickoff Classic from Westfield, Indiana, live on Howard CC Dragons YouTube. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks, to Droplight Grand Park Sports Complex. As grateful as I am that they are sponsoring that we are getting the chance to play here. I have to ask. I still do not know what the company Droplight does, but you know what? That's just a me thing. And welcome back once again. If you're tuning in for the first time, we're live for the 2026 NJCAA Division II JUCO Kickoff Classic here in Westfield, Indiana. Top 25 showdown in the women's over in the women's category as number 19 Northeast takes on number 15 South Suburban. This should be a good one. Brief correction from the intro, by the way. I had stated that Northeast was trying to go 2-0 in the season. That was incorrect. My mistake. They actually lost their opener on Friday to Rock Valley Community College 2-0. So Northeast trying to get a big win here. That would probably keep them in the rankings. Northeast as a whole is a very, very solid program. Known for being one of the top programs in the country for most of their sports, and you have to when you play in the Iowa Community College Athletic Association. You know anything about JUCO sports, folks? There's something about those schools in the Midwest. They just know how to recruit and they know how to get it done. There's a reason that Northeast is loaded up with international players. They have some of the best recruiting in the country, and that goes for everybody out there in the Midwest. South Suburban, meanwhile, they've got a roster mainly made up of local girls from the Chicago area, but they're good. They're ranked ahead of Northeast. They should be a very, very, very tough challenge. This should be a good game. We're looking forward to it. We've had some good games so far here today. So far, this Kickoff Classic has been a lot of fun. You had Rock Valley pull the upset and take out Northeast 2-0 on Friday. Also on Friday, number 5 Northeast's men's team took care of business against the number 2 team in the country, CCBC Essex, 1-0 in a gritty game that had 11 yellow cards. That right there is that's some rough and tumble soccer out there. And in the what has been the game of the Invitational so far was late Friday afternoon when the Howard Community College Dragons defeated the Schoolcraft College Ocelots 3-2 in a thriller. Howard had a 2-0 lead at the half, only for the Ocelots to come roaring back and make it a contest. Despite getting outshot in the second half, Howard held on to win 3-2, their first big win over a top 25 opponent since last year. So they are looking forward to see what they can do later today. And for those of you Dragons fans tuning in, the Dragons will be facing off against Northeast's men's team, and that will come up right after this game at noon. Well, just a little bit after noon. That should be a fun one, number 11 versus number 5. So once again, let's take a look at the starting lineups as we're getting set to go here in Westfield. Here are the lineups once again for today's contest. For South Suburban, their lineups are in goal, number 0, Damari Alcala-Gil. In the midfield, number 3, Jocelyn Sanchez. On defense, number 4, Itzel Romo. On defense, number 6, Frida Rodriguez. At forward, number 7, Fatima Fonseca. In the midfield, number 9, Galilea Esparza. And forward, number 10, Emily Munoz. Defense, number 13, Sherilyn Gonzalez. Defense, number 14, Guadalupe Ruiz. Midfield, number 19, Tania Frosto. And in midfield, number 20, Miriam Avalos. And here's Northeast's lineup for today's game. In goal, number 1, Sabrina Ramsey. Forward, number 4, Demetra McClure. Midfield, number 5, Freya Farmery. Midfield, number 7, Cornelia Jedra. Defense, number 8, Maria Gomez Herrera. Midfield, number 10, Alana Gordon. Midfield, number 14, Molly Jorgensen. Midfield, number 17, Lali Montevallo. Forward, number 18, Aviana Arroyo. Defense, number 23, Madeline Curry. And defense, number 25, Addison Rounds. Northeast will be wearing all white with black numbers and red trim. The Bulldogs will be wearing all gray with navy numbers and, I believe, purple trim. Forgive me if it takes a little bit, folks, to call out the numbers and players for both sides. From my perch up here, it is I can see both teams, but I am kind of doing a one-man show here. I'm running the camera and commentating, so forgive me if I'm a little slow on naming names, but once I subconsciously memorize who's who, we'll be good. Both teams have adequate substitutes, so we should be good there, and we're all set to get underway. And I will keep you folks updated with the time. I know we don't have the overlay up there, but I'll keep you updated with the time as well. So this should be a fun one. Northeast and South Suburban, a top 25 showdown to kick off day 2 of the JUCO Kickoff Classic. We got a men's game going on at the same time. I'm moving the camera over there so you can see. That would be Schoolcraft and CCBC Essex will be kicking off at around the same time that we are. There will be another women's game after this. That'll be Rock Valley and one other school. I'll have to double check and see who they're playing. Both teams huddling up, getting ready for the start. Boy, are we excited for this one, folks. By the way, folks, I apologize for the glare on the camera. It is very bright out. There's no clouds, so I apologize if it's a little bright. The settings on my camera, that is the best I can give you, but I'll fiddle around with it at halftime just to double check and make sure it's good. There are some other options here. I could do that, but that's a little blue, and we don't necessarily want like a blue over, or do we? Nope. I think we're going to stay with that one. Got about 2 minutes left before the kickoff of this one, folks. Here we go. All right. By the way, folks, the long black pole you see right in the middle of your screen, that is a VO cam, which is used to collect footage for training and recruitment. My apologies that it is in the way there. Thankfully, it only looks to be blocking just a tiny, tiny portion of the screen. Shouldn't be too big of an issue. Line judges are in place. Referee is in place as well. Once again, South Suburban wearing gray with navy numbers and purple trim. Northeast will be wearing all white with black numbers and red trim. South Suburban, this is their first game of the season, ranked number 15 in the country. Northeast ranked number 19. And their season started off with a loss to Rock Valley on Friday, a 2-0 loss. So they're looking not just to get their first win of the season, but to score their first goals of the season. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Howard CC Dragons YouTube. And if you like the sound of my velvety smooth voice, be sure to hit that subscribe button and follow along for full season coverage of the Howard Community College Dragons and any other school that we happen to get the chance to broadcast, such as one of these. I can promise you it is always a fun time. The Northeast taken to the fields there. Getting hyped up. That's goalie Sabrina Ramsey getting hyped up with number 8, Maria Gomez Herrera. And then over there on the far side of your screen, you can see South Suburban huddled up as they get set. Weather conditions today for the opener of day 2. It is nice and warm, a nice cool breeze though, but nice and warm, not a cloud in the sky. One thing to note that should be interesting, We had overnight rains. We had rain overnight, so the pitch is very slick and wet. So that should be taken into account for both teams, that it could get, it will be quite slippery. Hopefully it won't affect either team too much. I know Friday's games were marred by a lot of muddy conditions. All right, here we go. So South Suburban, it looks like, have won the toss, so they will start with possession as we're set to get underway here. It will be number 10, Emily Munoz, who will kick away as the South Suburban Bulldogs and the Northeast Community College Hawks will start off their season. South Suburban trying to kick off their season with a win. Northeast trying to avenge that loss on opening day to Rock Valley. Oh, hang on a second. Now this is interesting, folks. The official just told South Suburban they need to change jerseys. So this is an interesting rule that is only really present in JUCO, and that is that there is such a thing as illegal jerseys. You can get pinged for it. It has happened before. I know from experience. It has happened to a volleyball team I covered. You can get pinged for illegal jerseys. That is very interesting, though. So it looks like South Suburban is going to switch over to blue jerseys with white numbers. We're just going to move the camera off the girls while they change, give them some privacy. That is interesting. I assume the issue was that the front of their, I assume the issue is that South Suburban was wearing their home jerseys when they were the designated away team. I think that was the issue because the jersey designs themselves weren't illegal. I think what happened here is that South Suburban was wearing their home jerseys. They're the designated away team. And now you can see them there. They've got their sky blue jerseys on now with gray shorts. A little bit interesting, but that is part of the rules, even if it is a little of a weird, of a rule. A little bit of a weird rule, but here we go. So either Fatima Fonseca or Emily Munoz will kick off here for South Suburban, who are now clad in blue with gray. Here we go. 45 minutes. Let's get this show on the road. And South Suburban immediately playing it back towards their goalie. Trying to push it up the field here. And if they could keep it on my side of the pitch to make it easier for you folks at home to see, I would love that. Good defensive play here from South Suburban. And maybe a chance here for Fonseca. Could be a big chance. Fatima Fonseca playing it out to Munoz. First shot, Munoz is high. Emily Munoz with a nice pass from Fatima Fonseca. Almost found pay dirt, and it's going to be a goal kick for Sabrina Ramsey. They'll play the goal kick short, but under heavy pressure from Munoz. Munoz almost got in there and stole it away. South Suburban showing a lot of early pressure here. They're going to steal it right back. Ooh, good move there by number 9, Galilee Esparza, but too much contact. They're going to ding Alana Gordon for a foul. Correction, that was Cornelia Jedra from Den Haag in the Netherlands. This Northeast team is mainly composed of international students with a handful of local Nebraska kids, going up against a team in South Suburban whose lineup is almost entirely made up of kids from Chicago. So it makes sense. South Suburban is located in Chicago, Illinois, or in the Chicagoland area. As here is the free kick. It is partially blocked by a wall of Northeast players. Ball will roll out of bounds, being chased down by Lali Montevallo. And it's going to be a corner kick. So the Bulldogs, with all the momentum so far, get a corner kick right out of the gate. Can't see exactly who it is that's going to be taking it. I think it's... I'll hold that thought. Corner on the way. And it's intercepted immediately by Montevaldo. Now Northeast trying to go the other way, but no one was there to pick up the pass. It rolls out of bounds. And it's going to be South Suburban ball once more. Now the Bulldogs falling back just a bit. And I'll let their keeper play it. Damari Alcala-Gil. And that will roll out of bounds and almost bowled into a little black lab on the side. So Northeast with their first real good chance. Throwing in will be Herrera, number 8. And almost immediately under heavy pressure, South Suburban will win that back, or will they? They will. Very good chance here for Munoz. Oh, big collision as it's popped out of bounds by Addison Rounds, number 25. And it's going to be a corner kick. So South Suburban, with a ton of pressure here early on, is really making their presence felt against this Northeast defense. Second corner for the Bulldogs. Kicks on the way. Deflected away by a Northeast defender. Scrum for the ball. It's wrestled away by Sherilyn Gonzalez. There's a shot just wide by Fonseca. The Bulldogs providing heavy pressure here in the opening minutes of this first half. Northeast trying to find their footing here. They might have a chance here. Molly Jorgensen, nice pass. It's going to be intercepted, though, by Itzel Romo. Nice job by the Bulldogs to keep that in. That's picked up by Jorgensen. Trying to pass it inside. That's a dangerous ball, and it's knocked away by a South Suburban player. But here comes Northeast right back on the attack. Big collision there between Miriam Avalos and Alana Gordon. Ball will roll way back. And it's going to be South Suburban ball. Good crowd come out here today. Both these schools located in the Midwest, so a lot of fans coming out. As here's the throw-in, immediately headed away. Ooh, big collision there, and maybe a chance. South Suburban, there's a pass inside, trying to get it to Munoz. It's almost kept alive there. Jocelyn Sanchez was the one who picked that up and almost got the pass done to Munoz. It's going way down there. Finally picked up by number 4, Demetra McClure. Under heavy pressure from Gonzalez, she'll lose it. Ball will go out of bounds, though. It will be Northeast ball. Good to see that these two teams so far pretty evenly matched. It's good to see that out of a ranked showdown. You want a good game between two teams ranked in the top 25. Throw-in completed. Find Jorgensen. Jorgensen, her shot deflected. Trying to get it. And that's going to roll out of bounds. They were trying to get it to McClure. It will remain Northeast ball. Herrera will toss in. By the way, folks, I'll do my best to keep you updated on substitutes. My apologies if I'm a little slow on that. Remember, once again, it's a one-man show up here. I'm doing commentary and camera work. Oh, big collision there. Northeast trying to find some opening. South Suburban might wrestle this one away. Nice ball there. If Munoz can get there, won't be able to get there in time. Rounds gets there instead. Big size disadvantage there for Munoz against Rounds, and Northeast wins that ball back. I wonder if the Bulldogs are playing with a little added aggression here because of the whole having to switch jerseys just before the game. Once again, folks, the reasoning for that, South Suburban is the designated away team, and they were wearing home jerseys, I think. So I think that's why they were told to switch jerseys. That is a rule in NJCAA soccer. The designated away team has to wear an away jersey. Home team has to wear a home jersey. There's no alternates. Neither team can both play away. One team has to be white. One team has to be colored. I think with South Suburban, their gray jerseys were a little too. And that would count as their as their home jerseys. Chance here for the Hawks. Nah, it's broken up. Maybe. There's a deep shot by number 10. It's in! Alana Gordon scores from downtown, and the Hawks take a 1-0 lead. Alcala Gill came way out of net to try and stop that. It got deflected back to Gordon, who launched a looper, and it's 1-0. It's 1-0. Northeast, 10 minutes into the contest. And that's crazy because I was talking about how South Suburban had really been controlling the pace of the game so far, but it's Northeast who strikes first, and it's the first goal of the season for the Hawks too. So right off the bat, and you see the Bulldogs backing up. That isn't always the best strategy. As we saw on Friday, Howard Community College, the Dragons came out of the second half immediately backed up into defensive play, and that allowed Schoolcraft to score. As a military fighter jet goes overhead. That's interesting. Don't see that too often where we're from. Oh, that breeze feels nice. Meanwhile, I think CCBC Essex just scored in the men's game. You can see that in the background as that popped out. First goal of the season for the Knights. Good for them. Northeast trying to corral possession here. There was a big collision. And it looks like the Hawks might be getting some substitutes ready. So already the Hawks going to switch things up. And they will. So the Hawks will send in their first batch of subs. They're going to send in 4. Trying to see who it is. One is number 22, Whitney Bogart. I see number 11, Emily Brillman is in. We'll double check those substitutes in just a second. Northeast continuing to control possession here. As the tide is turned, they might get a chance here. Gilles will make the save. More subs coming in. It looks like the entire lineup is going to get changed in for Northeast. So Northeast changes things up. Going to put in all of their subs, basically give their starters some rest after a wild start. Forgive me if I'm a little slow on giving you who subbed in, folks. I will do my best on that. Keep in mind, I am on the far side of the pitch. I don't necessarily have a spotter with me. Suburban trying to push here. Won't work.
You're good there, Blue. You're good there. Your half. Your half.
South Suburban's also made some substitutions here. trying to level the playing field. Oh, that was out. Taryn Thiessen from Kearney, Nebraska, number 3, tried to keep that in bounds, but it rolled out at the last second. Cheryl Gonzalez will toss in. And will immediately, oh, that was almost a hit, as there's a long shot there by Fonseca that was a little bit off target. So Northeast will give us the goal kick. Trying to push hard here against this the tough Schoolcraft South Suburban's defense toughening up here. Maybe a chance here for the Bulldogs as, no, that's broken up. Northeast trying to push up. Under heavy pressures, number 26, Leonie Michaels. Maybe a chance here. Munoz had it stolen away by number 8, Herrera. Doesn't go out of bounds, though. Still in possession. Nice crosser. Maybe a chance here for Munoz. Here's a shot blocked. Galilea Esparza almost had one there. South Suburban starting to get some of their aggression back from the first few minutes of this game, as we're coming up on about 20 minutes into this game. So we're coming up on the halfway point of this first half. It's been a quick one so far. Ooh, referee had to duck to avoid getting hit. Ball goes out there, will be South Suburban ball. Northeast continuing to control possession here. They haven't been able to get the big options that they've haven't been able to get the big looks that they had early after that first goal, but they're holding on to it here. About 20 minutes into this first half, it is a 1-0 lead for the Northeast Hawks after Alana Gordon scored from downtown. That goes out of bounds. South Suburban starting to get back some of the pressure as Northeast has subbed out pretty much its entire starting lineup, and that may be part of the reason why the aggression has dropped just a bit. South Suburban also keeping the pressure up themselves. Nice ball there, nice pass by number 20, Grace Bailey, trying to get it down in position for the Hawks. And there might be a chance here. Crosser attempt blocked. Emily Brillman trying to cross it over, but was picked up by Itzel Romo, number 4. South Suburban trying to fight back here. The Bulldogs a little bit smaller overall height-wise than their opponent, but they're still putting up a pretty good fight. Northeast fighting back. A little too hard there. You got to think with this grass being as slick as it is from overnight rains, you know that that any kick, any long ball is probably going to slide a bit more than usual. That was something we saw on the opening day when, the aftermath of the flooding that hit Indiana, central Indiana last week. Something we had noticed was that there was a lot of the mud buildup on the fields made every ball kind of go crazily off in any direction. Here's a chance for Northeast. Good pressure there from Gonzalez, knocks up that play. Thiessen was trying to pressure it, but it's going to be a corner kick for the Hawks, and it will be taken by Brillman. Emily Brillman will take this corner. Northeast getting in position. Corner on the way. Ball's up. Just a bit over. There was a shot attempt there by number 26, Leonie Michaels, but gets deflected out of bounds for a goal kick. Ooh, good pressure here right off of the goal kick. South Suburban's going to have to react hard, and they will. Ooh, big collision there at midfield. Berlman with the ball. Passes back. South Suburban will break up that player, will they? Maybe a chance here. Hawks threatening. It's going to be broken up by the Bulldogs defense. South Suburban doing a good job. And it looks like the bench is about to get emptied for Northeast. They're about to sub in their whole lineup once again, as they've got at least a ton of girls set to come in. You can see them all bunched up by the scorers table there. South Suburban, Northeast is going to sub in basically their entire lineup here.
More energy.
Before they do that, we'll get back to the action, and Northeast has got it. And a chance here. Big collision, down go two players. That's picked up in the back. Trying to play it down to Leonie Michaels. Ball goes out, substitutes will come in. So Northeast will send in pretty much their entire lineup. As they get their starters back out there to help out, to keep the pressure going. Northeast will start with possession out of that, and they'll toss in. And maybe a chance for the Bulldogs. Big collision there, no call. Munoz. It's tripped up. There's a Northeast player who is slow to get up, but they're okay. And there actually might be an injured player. Can't tell who it is for Northeast. I think it's Addison Rounds, number 25, who went down. She went down with that contact with Munoz. They're going to sub her out. They're also South Suburban's also going to finally make its first sub. They're going to pull Tanya Frosto, number 19, and will sub at number 5, Irenea Marin. Maybe a chance here. Gordon passing down. Crosser saved by Gill off the shot from Dimitra McClure. See the difference. Northeast's starters come back into the game and immediately start making a big difference. That's picked up by South Suburban. Rolled out of bounds. Here's some of the frustrations there from South Suburban. Throw in, played quickly. Northeast coming with a throw in here. Gordon picks it up quickly. South Suburban's defense just swarming here. Oh, and that's going to be a foul. Miriam Avalos, number 20, called for the foul there. As we've got about 15 minutes to go in this first half. Free kick will be taken by number 8, Herrera. Referee just making sure South Suburban doesn't get up too close. It's a very happy dog in the foreground. Herrera will play it quietly here. Jay Zapetti, crosser, broken up. Northeast getting tricky with it. I see what they were trying to do there. That almost worked out in their favor. Munoz blocks that one. Trying to fight inside. And maybe a chance here for South Suburban. A chance, shot, blocked. Fonseca smelled blood in the water, tried to take a shot away. Suburban trying to get in there. That's broken up. And we'll roll out of bounds for Northeast ball. Bulldogs have gotten some good looks. That Northeast defense is holding firm. As with about 15 minutes to go in this first half, it is still 1-0 Northeast. Throw-in will quickly be caught up by the Bulldogs. Oh, contact. Ball still somehow inside. Northeast is going to pick it up instead. Pressing hard here, trying to catch the Bulldogs off balance. They've got Gordon on the far side. And she's heavily pressured. Ball rolls out of bounds, but it is going to be Northeast ball. Bulldogs will toss in. It's a good ball. Might be a chance here. Picked up by Northeast. They're going to play the goalie. Kept alive. About 10 minutes to go in this first half. Both teams keeping the pressure going. South Suburban getting a lot of chances here as we close in these close down on the final minutes of the first half. And Northeast fighting back. Nice cool breeze coming through. Gosh, that feels good. Oh, Northeast had that. Jay Zapetti lost it for a second. Substitute coming in for South Suburban. They're going to sub out number 7, Fatima Fonseca. And they're going to sub in, I believe that's number 19, Tanya Frosto is back into the contest. Hold out of bounds. That's going to be Northeast ball. Big collision there. Maybe a chance here for South Suburban. Broken up by Northeast. Opportunity for Munoz. Broken up going the other way. Oh! It's getting hit in the face was number 23 for the Hawks. That's Madeline Curry. Maybe a chance here? No, that will roll right into the hands of Ramsey, the keeper. Maybe a chance here. Turn by number 4. Oh, what a save by Gill. Wow. McClure had an open net and Gill, diving save, makes the stop. Great job by her. Coming up on about 5 minutes to go in the half. Northeast still leads 1-0. Been a great game so far. Both teams with plenty of chances and a chance for Northeast. Herrera, great control, gets it stripped. Bulldogs going the other way. Maybe. Ball rolled out of bounds. And Northeast going to put in another big chunk of subs. So Northeast will put in all of their subs. We'll get back to the action. They will toss in. I'll roll out. That'll be a Northeast ball deep in Bulldog territory. Five minutes to go. Whoa, what was that? One of the Northeast players just did a full-on front flip to throw the ball in. That actually took me by surprise. I don't know which one that was, who that was. I couldn't see the number, but that was really, really cool. Here's a chance for the Hawks. Headed away by Bulldogs. It's hard to see on the far side of the pitch which number is which. But that was really cool. So the final minute's ticking away here. It's a 1-0 game. Northeast leads. As we're getting just a little bit of cloud cover. Just a little bit. Some clouds in the sky have popped up. I will gladly take it. I can already feel a sunburn starting on the back of my neck. Bulldogs fighting there on the far side of the pitch. And they'll play it back on, and they'll play it back to their defensive line. There's a shot wide. Frida Rodriguez, number 6, trying to take one. A correction, that was number 3, Jocelyn Sanchez, who is actually going to switch sides of the pitch. Munoz applying pressure as Northeast plays it in. This is a little risky for Northeast. Ball got popped out of bounds. Maybe a chance here for South Suburban. No, broken up by this Northeast defense. Both defenses have done a great job since that first goal by Northeast to keep it a 1-0 game. With both teams getting plenty of opportunities. That ball, by the way, rolled back into a ditch. We're coming up on the final minutes of this first half. We should have just about 2 minutes to go. Maybe a chance here. Bulldog shot! Wide. Galilea Esparza tried to go for it from downtown. Was just a tad off. Now Northeast will try and push here. Coming up on the final minute of the first half. Trying to place one up, but Jill will make the stop. Northeast defense coming up big once again. Chance here for Brillman. Now we'll roll out of bounds. It will be South Suburban ball. There's a shot. Munoz blocked. Keeps it alive, and it's broken away by Northeast. Bounces off the ref. And that'll be a free kick. As we should be into the final minutes. There's a long shot there. Gilles makes the save. Another shot there. That's blocked partially. Bulldogs defense coming up clutch. Ball went out. It will be South Suburban ball. They'll throw in quickly. It's immediately ricocheted back. Maybe a chance. Brillman gets stumbled up. Bulldogs backed into a corner. Oh, that's coming right for me.
13 from your half.
That came right at me. It's going to be knocked out deep in Northeast territory. And it will be a corner kick. This will most likely be the last play of the half. Corner on the way. Ball is loose. South Suburban chasing it down. And that'll do it for the first half. Northeast will lead at 1-0 as we head into the half, folks. We'll be right back with the resumption of this contest. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of today's contest between the number 15 ranked South Suburban Community College Bulldogs and the number 19 ranked Northeast Community College Hawks. It's 1-0 Northeast at the half after the Hawks scored from an Alana Gordon goal in the 10th minute. Since that goal, it has mainly been a stalemate between these two clubs, both teams with solid defensive work. As we get set for the second half of this contest, referees getting back into position. For all my Howard fans out there who are tuning in, Howard Community College Dragons men's soccer will against Northeast Community College will be coming up after this. Let's get this second half going. Northeast will start with possession. They'll be in all white with black numbers and red trim. South Suburban, sky blue jerseys with gray pants, white numbers. Here we go. South Suburban aggressive out of the gate. And off the bat, they're already getting some shots in. There's a deep shot downtown from Galilea Esparza. And just as we get this one underway, South Suburban showing the same aggression that they came out with the gate with in the first half. A Northeast ball after the throw-in. And I'll give it right back to South Suburban. Chance here. Ooh, goalie went down for a second. Maybe a chance here. Jill makes the save. Bulldogs so far in the opening of the second half look like they've got more momentum. Fighting hard for it, Tania Frosto. Back to Northeast. Opportunity here. Crosser! Oh, just missed it. They were trying to hit number 18, Aviana Arroyo, and it just goes wide of the net. Frustration there from Cornelia Jedra, who kicked that one further out of bounds. Referee was just warning her not to do that again. Here's a shot wide. As the Bulldogs so far proving to be the more aggressive of the two teams out of the gate here in the second half. Northeast trying again here. Now will bounce off the flag. And it's going to be a corner kick for Northeast. There's a chance. Blocked, still loose. Gordon. Shot. Oh, just goes wide. Scrum for the ball here. Northeast might have a chance. Shot by Gordon. Wide. Just like in the first half, with about 10 minutes down, Northeast is starting to build the pressure against South Suburban. They do lead by 1. Maybe a chance here for the Bulldogs. Great positioning here. Goalie's going to get there first. Ramsey beats out. Throw-in was a bit short. Chance for the Bulldogs here. Shot high and wide by Fatima Fonseca. Northeast, good opportunity here. Broke it up instead, and a foul's called. Chance here for South Suburban. And a foul's going to be called, it looks like, on Northeast. So South Suburban will get a free kick as and a bunch of fire trucks going by. Hopefully it's nothing serious. So free kick coming up here for South Suburban deep in Northeast territory. Free kick on the way, high. Good try there by Jocelyn Sanchez trying to bury that one. Maybe a chance here. Broken up, good defensive play by the Bulldogs, but Northeast will keep onto it.
Come on, go. Open, guys, come on. Help.
Got about 30 minutes to go here in the second half, as it's still a 1-0 game in favor of Northeast, but South Suburban is challenging.
Get up, get up.
Chance here. Crosser. Broken up. Northeast is on it, though. Chance. Crosser. Header. That's up. That's loose. Batted away by the Bulldogs for a throw-in. Northeast coming closer than they have since the 10-minute mark of the first half to scoring. And a wild exchange there.
Get in.
Throw-in will be taken short. Crosser batted out. Corner kick. Madison Rounds, number 25, will take the corner for
Outswinger.
Northeast on the way. Popped up. And South Suburban will come up with this one. Maybe not, though. There's another crosser. Maybe another chance here for the Hawks. Jill makes the save. There's a long shot there, won't go as Emma Brillman tries to bury that one. Both teams making substitutions here. Kick on the way. Wide. Northeast really piling on the pressure here in the second half. South Suburban, though, when they have their chances, they've been efficient. There's a chance. There's a shot. High. As Fonseca tried to bury that one. Maybe another chance here. There's a shot. It's going to be wide. Alexandra Cruz who just checked into the game for South Suburban, trying to bury that one. A chance here for the Bulldogs. Munoz. Munoz shot high and wide. It was deflected though, so it's going to be a corner kick for South Suburban. Kick on the way, bounced around. Shot attempt wouldn't go.
Get there, get there.
chance here for South Suburban. There's a deep shot. High by Galilea Sparza. Very back and forth here. Both teams having plenty of opportunities each to try and score. As it will be a goal kick for the Hawks. Munoz. Remember, folks, next game up for the Kickoff Classic, Rockford versus... Hold that thought for a second. There's a chance here. Substitutions for both teams coming in. And once again, it's going to be a monster sub in for Northeast as they basically sub in their entire team. There's only 3 players who are going to stay out there for Northeast, including their goalie. Chance here, South Suburb. No, won't go. Corner kick coming up here for Northeast. Popped up, maybe a chance. Gordon right into the hands of Gill. What a save. Breakaway play here for Northeast. Gordon. Saved by Gill. that's going to be a foul on Munoz for a little too aggressive play.
Now. Bring it back to her, though. They throw us from back there, 23, where you are. Whoa, whoa.
Maybe a chance here for Northeast. Shot! That's in! Aviana Arroyo scores off the assist from Demetra McClure, and it's 2. Oh, hang on. Never mind. They're calling that offsides. Never mind. Call is offsides. Just well, we thought Northeast had buried this one. A little bit of a bailout there for South Suburban with the offsides call.
Six from here, from here.
Could be a corner kick here for Northeast. Another chance to get back that goal. And Jill will make the save. Remember, folks, up next for the Kickoff Classic for the women's side, Rock Valley versus Rockford. That will be coming up at noon, as will Howard Community College versus Northeast on the men's side. Got about 15 minutes to go in this one, folks. Still a 1-0 game in favor of Northeast. South Suburban's had plenty of chances, as has Northeast. They had a goal removed. Might have a chance here for the Bulldogs. If Northeast were to hang on, this would be a pretty big upset win for them. They are ranked number 19 in the country, taking down number 15. And Northeast trying to get back on the attack. Opportunity here. Arroyo has that stripped away. And both teams going to make some substitutes. You see them running onto the field now. Once this game wraps up, folks, we're going to have a quick, we're going to quickly get out of here so we can go switch and set up for the upcoming men's game for Howard and Northeast. It's been a good game so far. Good defensive battle between these two teams. Goals have been at a premium, but both teams had plenty of chances. Good goalkeeping, especially by Demario Calagil of Schoolcraft. He's only allowed 1 goal so far. Has made some great saves. There's a shot high. That's Cornelia Jedra going for the jugular there. That's kicked out right in front of us, so it will be Northeast ball. Jedra. Collision there. Brillman goes down. South Suburban going the other way. This is going to be a track meet. Munoz is there as it ripped away. And a foul's going to be called. Maybe a chance here for Northeast. Ball rolls out. Corner kick for the Hawks. Jedra will take the corner kick for Northeast. On the way, Gill trying to get it. Too much contact with Gill. And that will be going the other way. Schoolcraft now, South Suburban now with a chance. That pops out of bounds. It'll be Bulldog ball. Bulldogs will get a corner kick here as we're about 10 minutes to go. See if they can break in. Up, bounced up. That's a chance. Contact with the goalie. Great chance by South Suburban. They will not be able to get it. I had to pause real quick because over at the men's game between Schoolcraft and CCBC Essex, loose ball went flying overhead. Northeast back on the attack. Chance here. Oh, big collision. Give credit to the officials. They are letting them play today. There's been a lot of contact, but none of it has drawn a yellow card. Officials are letting them play. We like to see that. About 10 minutes to go. It's crunch time for South Suburban. Check that. It's actually about 5 minutes to go. South Suburban needs a chance. Shot. Saved. Cruz's shot saved by Ramsey. Northeast can hang on here. They will move to 1-1 on the season. They lost to Rock Valley yesterday. Rock Valley plays Rockford. That's coming up next over on CCBC Essex YouTube. They're the other school providing the camera work for this tournament. I say tournament is more like an invitational. Apologies, folks, if I haven't been as vocal as I normally am. Kind of feeling a little bit under the weather today, but I'm going to power through and get this game and the next game done for you folks at home. Chance for Northeast here. up. Jedra bounced around. Crosser. Jedra shot saved by Gill. And she will launch that one. Done. Great ball there. Can Munoz get there in time? No, but she's going to fight for it. Last minute subs coming in. Northeast is going to sub out their entire team once again. Just a few minutes left in this one, folks. And final minutes. Can South Suburban get one to salvage a tie? Or will Northeast hang on for their first win of the season? Corner kick here for Northeast. On the way, saved by Gill. Well, she has had a great game today. Maybe one last chance for South Suburban. Chance here. Shot blocked. Ramsey with a great save. Final seconds ticking down. That save might have just saved it. And that's it. Northeast gets their first win of the season. They take it 1-0 over South Suburban after a great defensive game. Alana Gordon scores the only goal of the contest in the 10th minute. 1-0 is your final score. Great performance from both teams. South Suburban's keeper played an excellent game. Northeast gets their first win of the year. Folks, we're going to cut it short here. I got to run over to the other field and get set up. If you're getting set for Rock Valley versus Rockford, that's over on CCBC Essex's YouTube page. If you are tuning in for Howard CC versus Northeast, that's coming up here in just about 15 minutes, folks. This is the big man on the mic, Isaac Donsky, signing off as final score, Northeast 1, South Suburban 0.